Good afternoon, folks. This is Hunter Jackson again with Giant Recreation World Winter Garden. Hey, we've got another super cool little travel trailer for you. This is a 2025 Ibex 23MBH. This one does have the beast mode package and it's ready to rock and roll for all your off-road needs. So let's take a look. All right, starting off on the front here, just the same as all the other videos, we've got our power front tongue jack. It's a little bit longer than normal, and you're gonna see why here in a second. The ground clearance on this thing is absolutely spectacular. I do wanna point out, we've got an automotive grade front glass windshield that faces, that's where the bedroom is there in the front. We also have the optional bike rack here on the front. So moving along the side, we're gonna see one of our 4 stab jacks. These are the manual stab jacks, classic. Super easy to replace should you break them, and they're turnkey. You don't have to worry about motors going out, nothing like that. Ton of ground clearance under here. This one does have the beast mode package that we're going to take a look at here in a second, but I want to point out there's probably every bit of 2.5 feet of ground clearance right here. Working our way down the side, we can see our massive awning that goes the full length of the coach with the LED light strip here in the front, a nice glass face door, outside spray port. On the campsite, be able to spray off any dishes, hands, feet, power, and then your tanked water heater. Moving down below, let's check out this Curt independent suspension. This is the beast mode package on here. You can see your massive springs. This is made to go off-road. You're gonna get a ton of clearance under here. They also raise up your sewer lines, and we'll take a look on the other side, up further than a typical RV. They do have off-road tires on them, and they are fully independent of one another. They move up and down this way, and then side to side this way. We've got our LP quick connect down here below, so you can put your grill or smokeless fireplace here out on the campsite. And I believe what this is, it's a little storage here on the campsite. So great for chairs, outside tables, all those things. This one does come standard with 200 watts of solar. However, we have solar on the side here, so if you're under a tree, you could take it out and angle it towards the sun, or you can put more panels on top. I believe it's upgradable up to 600, but check me on that one. Moving around to the back side, we have an access door to put any bikes or anything. I'll tease the inside a little bit. Ton of space in here. We have a 2-inch receiver ball. Now this isn't meant to tow anything, but you could put an additional bike rack back here. If you wanted to put a generator on that bike rack, you could do that. They do include a spare tire. All these tires are Westlake Mud Legends, so they've got nice thick trim on them. Be able to get you where you need to go. This is a 30 amp coach, 1 AC on it. Not a huge coach, it's a 23-foot box. However, it's probably 28 feet tip to tail, including the bumper and that spare tire on the rear. Here's our black tank section. So you can see all this height, all the way up, that you can get over any rocks, bumps. If you want to go off on a dirt road, this is the RV to do it on. Black tank flush located right above, love to see that. And then as far as our slide, this one's on a Schwintek slide mechanism. This slide is only for the booth style dinette in there, so Schwintek, in my opinion, would be perfect for that. Not a lot of weight going on that slide. It'll be fine, just make sure you operate it accordingly. And then moving off to the front, you can see our city water connection as well as our freshwater fill tank port connection. We do have full pass-through storage in here. We've got a lot of goodies and knickknacks, you know, outside grill, outside hoses, outside everything in here. But you do get quite a bit of storage, and notice you've got plywood up above and fully aluminum framed. This is a vacuum bonded fiberglass coach with Asdel inside as well. All right, taking a step up inside, we've got 3 solid steps here down below. Love to see that, as well as a little grab handle here off to the side. Right as you walk in, you start thinking, wow, this is a very flexible camper. So we've got our Murphy style bed over here, and that looks a little bit like this. All right, and regarding this bed setup here, Pop this back up. You grab from the bottom of this jackknife sofa here to lay it down flat. And then you've got one pin off to the side here. Pull it, drop it down. And now we get to see our beautiful window that faces out towards the road. You'll be able to see if anybody is heading up towards you. Make sure I grab this here, because I do want to point out a couple of things. Each side does get their own light here. That is a push light, classic style push light. You do have your own storage trays over on the side. And then I want to re-point out, we do have outlets, both 110 and your USB outlets here on the side as well. Classic, always forget to mention something, but people sometimes don't want the Murphy style bed setup. This is in the Murphy down mode. You can still walk to each side of the bed and commute comfortably around the coach. So if you're not into the Murphy bed, just pretend you don't have a couch underneath there and leave it in the down position all the time, and it's not going to hinder any of your mobility within the coach. And then immediately turning around, you can see our his and hers bar setup over here. This is great for a couple's coach or even a couple of kiddos. If you've got some friends over, they've got extra seating right here, as well as you don't have to sit at the formal dining table. You can just grab a quick bite to eat for breakfast and head right out the door and go do what you're doing that day for camping. Moving across, we've got our booth style dinette. This does lay down flat into a bed, and I'll show you how you operate that right now. So this is the booth style dinette and how this kind of works. It's always easier to just completely remove these cushions down below, or at least fold them up and then fold them back down. You'll grab right here and then you press right in the middle, let go of this handle release right here. You're good to go. Pop your cushions back into place. Move these. And in the span of about 15 seconds, now you have a bed that, as a full adult, I know I'm not a big guy, but I can lay down and my head and my feet are not touching the edges of these walls. And then you've got storage underneath both of these that goes all the way back. Ideally, you're gonna go buy totes and put a tote in here so you can pull it all out at once, but some people will choose to just put their storage items in there without the tote. Moving back over to the bedroom area, I want to make sure that we get all the storage options that are included with this one. So this bed will jackknife down as I showed you once before. You've got storage underneath here with some nice elastic, keep everything, you know, tight and taut. On your couch setup in the middle, you've got your cup holders, which is nice to see. There are outlets on both sides of the couch slash bed. Storage down below, albeit not a ton in this lower spot. And then hanging storage on each side. That's good hanging storage. One thing that struck me about this coach right as I walked in, and I'm touching everything, feeling, getting a feel for how quality it was built. All the cabinet doors feel really, really soft and smooth. Like they just feel really good in the hand. That was something that stood out to me, so I wanted to make sure I made a note of it. They also put this neat little map of the USA here. I believe that is part of the Beast Mode package. That's something that you get with that. Up above, over on this side, we've got all of our controls. So we've got our two slide out controls here, our awning light, porch light, and then interior lights. Moving over to the kitchen. Solid little kitchen setup. For a short camper like this, you do get a good amount of counter space. So obviously you can always use this as extra counter space if you're not cooking on it. It is a 3-burner stove. The microwave up above is a convection microwave. Love to see that. We've also got our TV up there, a lot of windows, and then our TikTok style sink. So on this side, you've got your vegetable washers, soap dispenser, a little beer mug cleaner right here, and then the butcher block down below. And this is one deep farm style sink. It's a little bit like that. I gotta give you the good and the bad. One thing that I haven't seen on this one is a good place to put a trash can. I dislike that. However, they give you a lot of storage down here below. I've got some of my stuff. And then storage over here on the side. Being a 12 volt or a solar ready coach, this does have a 12 volt refrigerator freezer. I believe it is 10 cubic feet. Looks pretty standard to me, at least standard these days. You can get a ton of stuff in here for where you're going. This is probably a weekend coach, maybe a couple week long at a time coach. This is also the bunkhouse version. So we've got 2 bunk beds here. One of them is always stagnant. The other one can fold up if you are putting cargo in this area right here, or fold down when it's in bunk mode. When it is folded down, you still have a small garage area. I say garage because I'm part of the van life community, so you've got a small garage area down here that you can keep storing items. Like with all Ibexes, you do have a centralized vacuum that is standard on all Ibexes. It's very, very nice. I don't know why some small trailers don't include these. It is such a cheap thing to add, and it makes your life way easier when it comes to keeping your camper clean. Great storage in here. I think this is probably too much storage just to be used as a pantry. I would imagine people end up using it for camping gear as well. But you get a ton of storage. And then moving into the bathroom area. So this is our restroom. I like to see a sink in the bathroom. It means you don't have to brush your teeth in the kitchen sink. Another small knock. It can always be replaced. They did not do a porcelain toilet, which is unfortunate. However, it was probably for a weight savings thing. It could have been a cost savings thing, but this is a very, very nice and well-built RV, so this makes me think more weight. This is your shower area. Good sized shower. I'm gonna take a little step inside. Ton of headroom. 6'1" and change with some shoes on, so ton of headroom right now. One thing that I think is unique, they put your solar charge controller in here and out there, so you have 2 places that you can take a look at your solar. They also have all of your tank controls right here, so you've got your black, gray, and freshwater tank heaters. This is a truly off-road, off-grid style of unit, as well as your water pump and water heater, all right next to where you're going to be, wondering, hey, where are my levels at the most? Down in the bathroom here, we have storage below the sink. You could put a small trash can in here, so I like to see that. Your outlets on the side, and then a nice medicine cabinet in here. Alrighty folks, this is probably going to be a fairly quick video. We actually have our fall lot promotion going on right now, so I don't have a ton of time. That's why I chose a small trailer to kind of showcase this week. But same as always, really appreciate you stopping by and taking a look at this. If you would please like, subscribe, leave a couple of comments. Like I said before, we carry Forest River, Thor, and Keystone products, so if there's anything a part of those different divisions or brands that you're interested in seeing, leave a comment down below. I'm also going to be including a link to this specific unit down in the comments below. This is at Giant Recreation World here in Winter Garden, Florida. My name's Hunter. Later.